SPY perfectly dropped down into our demand here overnight pre-market. So we gapped down pretty heavily. And you can see, the gap didn't quite get filled all the way, but almost. So about right there would be the gap. Boom. Now, this is where things got very interesting. And this is what, got my decision of what I was going for at open, fully locked in. I liked SPY here. SPY setup was really good, zone to zone. We were holding this demand. This is where my strategy comes in, right? Buyers are here. We got back to Thursday's kind of push up opening levels. I knew that if we end up holding or opening above this demand right here, we're likely going to push up into the gap. Now, if we lost this level right here, right, 677.88, I know we have a little bit of a daily gap into 676 and then 675 right here. I know we're going to go zone to zone, so I know that I'm going to stay patient. Even if Q started pulling down, it didn't officially hit that demand yet. SPY still had to come down under 677.88 for me to want to take puts. SPY and Q need to be on the same page here. Not all the time, but they need to be very close, right? And so the whole reason why I knew not to take puts is we didn't even break down from that demand. We held that demand. So you can see we opened up right there above this demand, right? We tested it over, pre-market levels. We pushed up. And so it was very easy decision for me right here to, know that we're opening up on the hourly, 4 hour, daily. I am slamming calls at open. That is exactly what I told the team. I'm looking at SPY. I'm going for that at open. And I want the hourly to just step in, right? Oh, also volume was very low. Volume was very low. And how did I know that? I was looking at, pre-market levels. We were just very slow. And so, yeah, I waited for, first minute or two, first 5 minutes, we kind of just held a little bit and we started pushing. Once we broke my purple line right there, I'm in those calls. I kind of got in a little bit before, but I'm in those calls and we got that rip all the way up to 681. We ate a lot of the gap there. And that's what I was looking for, right? We had about this much left of the gap after that push up. And, I'm doing this live. We took the 685 3 days out contracts, 685 strikes 3 days out, rode this pop right here. And that's exactly what I was looking for and what, we're aiming for. And we got 50, 60%, boom, getting out. That's what we're looking for. Starting off strong. And just know that it was possibly going to be a little bit of rangy. We ate most of the gap there. And we wanted to see what this next hourly did. And this next hourly, we're all out of calls at this point. I sold all. The hourly ended up opening up down here.